In this video, we're going to take a look at all of the legendary cards in Hearthstone. The legendary cards, of course, are the rarest of the rare cards, and each class has one legendary card that's specific to them. This is the Druid's card, Cenarius. This one allows you to choose to either give your other minions +2/+2, or summon two 2/2 Treants with taunt. So if you've got a lot going on the battlefield and you're ready to attack, you can just choose that Demigod's Favor there and increase everybody's attack and health. But if you need to get something going, then summoning those Treants is the way to go. So they'll have taunt, and then you still have the 5 attack from Cenarius' card that you can use probably on your next turn at least. So it's definitely a solid card for a Druid class. Next up is the Hunter card, which is King Crush. It's pretty straightforward. It has charge, it's an 8 attack, 8 health, so definitely a strong attack. This is the Mage card, Archmage Antonidas. So whenever you cast a spell, it puts a Fireball spell into your hand. Everybody knows the standard Mage Fireball spell that deals 6 damage, so if you can play that card and then put out some low mana cost spells, you can really fill your hand with fireballs, and it's pretty much game over at that point. This is the Paladin card, Tyrion Ford Ring. It's kind of got a little bit of everything: Divine Shield, Taunt, and then at Death Rattle it equips a 5/3 Ashbringer. That Ashbringer is a weapon that we'll see here as soon as this mage here takes out the Tyrion card. And there is the weapon. It's a 5/3, 5 attack, 3 durability weapon, so it's not a bad thing to have. Next up is the Priest card, Prophet Valen, and he doubles the damage and healing of your spells and your hero power, and the Priest, of course, has the hero power that gives 2 healing, so that doubles it up to 4 and can really get you out of a jam. Next up is Edwin Van Cleef, who's the Rogue's card, and notice the low mana cost on this one. It's only a 3. It's a combo, so you have to play cards earlier to really make it do anything for you, but he'll get +2 attack and +2 health for any cards you did play earlier in the turn. Next up we have Alakir the Windlord, who's the Shaman's card, and this one just has everything: Wind Fury, Charge, Divine Shield, and Taunt, so it's definitely a pretty solid card to have. This is the Warlock card, Lord Jaraxxus, and this one's kind of unique in that it actually replaces your hero with Lord Jaraxxus, and so what you end up with here, and we'll see the transformation happening, is you'll end up with a hero that has a 3 attack weapon and 15 health, and then that weapon has 8 durability, and you also get hero power, this Inferno that summons 6/6 minions for you, which makes Lord Jaraxxus pretty much a must-have card for anybody who wants to play the Warlock class. Now we're going to move into the neutral cards, and a lot of these lower mana cost cards are probably not going to be worth crafting, but if you get them in a card pack, there's some that you might want to think about putting in your deck. First one up here is Blood Mage Thalnos, and he does spell damage +1, and his Death Rattle is to draw a card. So if you're playing a mage or another class that uses a lot of spells, he might come in handy. Next is Lorewalker Cho, and with him, every time a spell is cast, a copy of that spell is going to go into the other player's hand, so that's one of those that can work for you or against you, and he doesn't have any attack at all. Next up is Millhouse Manastorm, and his battle cry makes enemy spells cost 0 mana next turn. So he's a low mana cost, he's only a 2, and he has 4 attack and 4 health, so it might be worth the trade-off, but there's probably better non-legendary cards you could be putting in your deck than this guy. Next up is Nat Peggle, and at the end of your turn you have a 50% chance to draw a card. No attack on him. This is King Mukla. He has a battle cry that gives your opponent 2 bananas, but he's also got 5 attack and 5 health, which isn't bad for a 3 mana cost card. And let's see what those bananas are here. So we're playing King Mukla, and you can see the 2 cards going into the opponent's hand, and now he's going to play those cards, and Banana is a spell that gives a minion +1 attack and +1 health, and so you're definitely helping out your opponent a little bit with that one, but it has a good attack. This is Tinkmaster Overspark, and he has a battle cry that transforms a minion either into a 5/5 Devilsaur or a 1/1 Squirrel, and you never know which you're going to get, so there's definitely Some risk happening there, and we'll see. Oh, there's the Devil Soar. So we got the good one that time. Let's see if we can take a look at what that Devil Soar looks like. It's a 5 attack, 5 health. But let's see what happens this time. Oh, we got a cute little squirrel, but it's only 1 attack, 1 health, so we kind of lost out on that one. Next up is Leroy Jenkins. He has Charge with a 6 attack, and his battle cry summons 2 1/1 whelps for your opponent. You help your opponent, but you get a 6 attack charge. This is Old Murkai. He has Charge, and he has +1 attack for each other Murloc on the battlefield. This is Captain Greenskin. He has a battle cry, and it gives your weapon +1 attack and 1 health. So you want to play him if you have a hero that uses a weapon. This is Harrison Jones, obviously a ripoff on Indiana Jones and Harrison Ford. He has a battle cry that'll destroy your opponent's weapon, and then you get to draw as many cards as the weapon had durability. So not a great card, but not terrible either. This is Cairn Bloodhoof. His death rattle is that he summons a 4/5 Bane Bloodhoof. So basically when this card's destroyed, it replaces itself with a card that has the same amount of attack and same health. So let's see the opponent destroy the card here, and then we'll take a look at that Bane Bloodhoof that it gets replaced with. So here comes card, and there's the attack. Let's see, oh, he's gone, and let's see what this Bane Bloodhoof looks like. And there it is. This is Gelbin Mechatork, and during the beta, if you spend any real money either on arena entrances or card packs, you'll get the gold version of this one. We don't have the gold version because we're cheap, but he has a battle cry that summons an awesome invention. And the inventions are token cards that will come up onto the battlefield, and there's a variety of them. We'll take a look at a couple of them here. Most of them can work for you or against you, so this is a homing chicken. At the start of your turn, it'll destroy that minion and pick 3 cards. Let's see what we get here. This is the Poultryizer, and at the start of your turn you transform a random minion into a 1/1 chicken. Might be yours, might be your opponent's, so you have to be careful with that one. And then this one is the Repair Bot. At the end of your turn, restores 6 health to a damaged character. Once again, might not be your own. One we didn't see is the Emboldener 3000, which at the end of your turn gives a random minion +1 attack and +1 health. So he's kind of cute. The inventions are kind of fun, but they're not always real helpful to you. But you still have a card with a 6 attack and 6 health, if nothing else. So this is Hogger, and at the end of your turn, he will summon a 2/2 Gnoll with Taunt, and he'll do that at the end of every turn, so it's kind of nice to get those cards with Taunt out there. If you can keep him on the battlefield, you'll always have something with Taunt down, and we'll see him summon that. And there's your Gnoll, kind of a nasty looking thing, but pretty helpful. Up next is Illidan's Storm Rage, and whenever you play a card, you're going to summon a 2/1 Flame of Azzinoth minion, and on top of that, Illidan there has 7 attack and 5 health, so he's a pretty robust card to have out there. And then if you can play a bunch of cards behind him, like we're going to see here, you'll fill up your battlefield with these 2 attack, 1 health Flame of Azzinoths. So pretty solid card to have around. Let's take a look at the flame here. That's what that looks like. Next up is Sylvanus Windrunner, and he has a death rattle that allows you to take control of a random enemy minion. You never know which one you're going to get, but he also has 5 attack and 5 health for only 6 mana. So not too bad. This is the Beast, and his death rattle is that he summons a 3/3 Finkel Einhorn for your opponent. So the attraction is that he only costs 6 mana, and he has a 9 attack and 7 health, so he's definitely a solid card to have on the battlefield at that mana cost. But then let's see what happens when he dies. He summons this Finkel Einhorn for your opponent, and let's take a look at that. but probably worth it for the 9 attack and the 7 health on that card. This is the Black Knight, and he has a battle cry that will destroy an enemy minion with taunt, so he kind of has a low attack and health, but getting rid of that taunt is pretty solid. This is Baron Geddon. At the end of your turn, you're going to deal 2 damage to all other characters, so that's including your own. So that can be a good thing or a bad thing. This is Gruul, and at the end of each turn, he's going to gain 1 attack and 1 health, and he already starts with 7 attack and 7 health. And so that's not just your turn, that's even your opponent's turn. So if you can get him out there at a time when you can keep him out there for a long time, you'll see his attack and his health grow, and he'll become more powerful and harder to kill. So he's probably one of the better legendary cards around. So you can see him growing more at the end of each turn. This is Ragnaros the Firelord. He can't attack directly, but at the end of your turn, he'll deal 8 damage to a random enemy. He has 8 attack and 8 health. Obviously that attack is only if someone tries to hurt him. So because it's a random enemy, it's probably not the best card. This is Alex Straza, and his battle cry is to set a hero's remaining health to 15, and you can use that either on your own hero, or if you want to knock your opponent down to 15, you can do that on him. This is Malagos. His effect is to give you spell damage plus 5. He's only got 4 attack, but he has 12 health, so if you have a bunch of spells to throw behind him, that'll be real helpful. This is Naz Dormu, and players only will have 15 seconds to take their turns when this card is on the battlefield. So if your opponent has a lot of cards out and a lot of cards in his hand, you can make it hard on him to do everything that he might want to do, but it also makes it pretty hard on yourself. As you can see here, this player is going to run out of time trying to figure out what to do, and that time clock is ticking, and oh, we didn't even get that spell out. Shoot. So this is Onyxia. His battle cry is to summon 1/1 whelps until your side of the battlefield is full. So he'll really help you get something going on the battlefield. It's only 1/1 whelps, but as you can see, you can really get a ton of them out there. And then we're on to Ysera, and at the end of each turn that you have Ysera out, he pulls a dream card, and we'll take a look at those here. There are a number of different cards, and so we put Ysera down, and let's end that turn, and there's a cool little animation here, and the card goes into your hand, not the battlefield. And this is a 7/6 minion called an Emerald Drake, so that's a pretty great card to have. Let's see another one here. What did we pull? We got the Dream card, which returns a minion to its owner's hand. So 0 mana cost spell. Once again, not a bad thing to have. This is, I believe, the Laughing Sister card, which can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. There's one more of those, which is the Nightmare card, which gives a minion +5/+5, and then gets destroyed at the start of your next turn. The final card is Deathwing, which will clear out all your minions and all the minions on the board and discard your total hand. But it has a 12 attack and a 12 health, so it's definitely kind of a finishing move. Be probably the last thing you'll be able to do in the game. But that's all the legendary cards. Thanks for watching.